We've seen it a couple times today. We have in the purple High Voltage, in the green Renegades, almost their team colors, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
it's like Splatoon knows.
So cute.
All right, High Voltage seemingly going with some of the same team comp I've seen from them quite often. I don't know, maybe their team is just playing what they feel comfortable with. We've talked a lot about that. You know, do you go with what's good for the mode or for the team, or do you go with simply what you're most comfortable with?
Oh, that Ink Strike, I think, was able to get at least 3 of them. And I think that's going to help get in that zone.
Yep.
Bandito is back.
Bandito's back on the Kensa splatter shot, which is an interesting choice, getting some kills. Already, though, High Voltage with a good lead. This is how they started off last game, too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it looks like, okay, JGC is still up. Bandito almost got that double there. I mean, Rose, or sorry, who was that? I missed that. It went down. But blue or green has put the penalty onto blue.
JGC moving off the dualies now, using the K-Pro, which is an interesting choice for him. Ivy sneaking around the backside. That's something you can definitely do on this map. There's plenty of opportunity for flanks if the team is not watching out for him.
Well, the splashdown was not able to get anybody, but the kill is taken anyway by Bandito. And it looks like green is getting close to taking the lead here, but control
High Voltage, yeah, High Voltage taking it. That's going to give them a good penalty on both sides, so High Voltage feeling good about getting control before losing the lead, I bet.
There it is, there it is. Control is lost for green. And blue takes control once again. Ivy goes down.
Ivy, I see, you know, he was in one of our top plays last week. He's been a great player, getting lots of kills. Does die a lot at the same time, though, so you just really never know. It feels like a coin flip every time I see Ivy in a 1v1 or a 2v1 here.
Yes, and of course, team heating, ventilation, air, and cooling is taking... puts a penalty onto green, but green doesn't care. They're going to get through that penalty.
Splushy on the Nautilus. Now, Nautilus is an interesting weapon to me as well. It's kind of like a Splatling, but you know, you just don't have as much range. But Splushy using it well, getting a couple kills here, and also has an Inkjet, which Inkjet wouldn't be my top choice for Splat zones, but if you can gamble and get the picks, obviously, like Splushy's trying to do right here, it's gonna pay off. But if you don't get them, then it feels kind of like a wasted special almost to me.
I talked about a little bit earlier about the first game that we saw today. That regular gamers was able to take those kills over and over, and that was what was able to get them the objective over and over. I noticed that here, High Voltage and Renegades are really not as focused on the kills as they are the objective, and this objective is just going back and forth, and they grab the lead for the first time.
First time, Ivy with the splashdown, gonna get Navy there. Can he get any more kills? The zone does flip, so now penalty back on Kraken. It just seems to go back and forth so far. No one has really pushed up and taken control or bullied the other team out of the zone. It's just both teams have so easily gotten back into the zone. I feel like teams maybe need to push up a little bit. But it's hard on this map again because there's so many different entrances to get to the zone.
Exactly. And okay, it looks like we might see a lead again here. Well done. High Voltage is able to take their lead back.
Taking 3 out as well. Bandito all left to their own to try to get the zone back, but is actually going to get Ashley. I was going to say about to go down. Still stays alive. Bandito trying to hold on as team captain. 10 seconds left, Zach. Do you think they're going to do it?
He's trying to do it. I think that we're going to... Oh, and I didn't even get a chance to finish my sentence before Green took it back here.
That's the thing. If you come in as a team of 4 to the zone, you can flip the zone really easily if the other team doesn't challenge.
Yes.
So High Voltage missing their opportunity for the KO here. They still have a quite big lead, though. Now with the zone again, they got to be feeling like they're going to win this one. But you just never know. Overtime for Splat zones is always really intense. And I know I've had many moments in overtime where I've just flipped out so much and lost focus and instead died trying to panic get the zone.
Yeah, it's an easy game to feel comfortable and be like, we got this. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. And then it just flips as it just did.
Yeah, using that bomb rush to their best advantage, getting the zone there. I love the suction bomb rush for Splat zones, and right there you get to see the reason why. Kraken Inc. able to save the game with a zone flip right there. Splushy doing their best to try to use this Nautilus to bully them out of the zone. It looks like we potentially go into overtime here. High Voltage now feeling the pressure. They could lose the lead if they're not able to get to the zone. 3v4 on the map. Lucy trying to hold it. It's now 3v2. High Voltage gonna take it back just in time.
Just in time. No overtime today.
Good game there. That was, oops. Good game there. That was a very close match. Both teams played well. Whew. High Voltage taking their first game win as well. Ashy 17 kills on the Jet Sculpture. Meanwhile, Ivy, as I said, a very aggressive player, getting 13 splats there. Apparently Ashy's controller isn't going to stop him. 17 splats there. Darn right it ain't.
And this is what they, I think, needed to get them that confidence boost going into Clan Blitz. But again, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous, Luke.
Well, I think it's important that High Voltage got that one. Not that I wanted them to win. I'm happy either way, right? But High Voltage, I think, hasn't even had a match win. With Renegades, they might be 0-1, but they had a match win.
Yeah.
High Voltage 0-2, not even a single match win until now. So it's kind of that monkey off the back mentality there.
Yeah.
They feel like, okay, we can actually win a match.
Right.
We can now hopefully win a series.
High Voltage does have a lot to lose here, and Renegades, honestly, there's still obviously something to lose, but it's not as big of a deal. There's still a comeback that is able to be made for Renegades if they lose this one.
So game 2 now here on Clan Blitz. We did get to see High Voltage today earlier playing against regular gamers. The one match that they were super close to regular gamers, challenging our top team. That makes me favor them a little bit, actually, for Clan Blitz. Maybe they can get the sweep here. I don't know. How are you feeling? 30 seconds till our match. Who are you going with for match 2?
Goodness gracious. I'm going to say Renegades takes this one, and we see a game 3. There's almost been a weird habit of game 3 being only showing up in the last game of the day, I think. I think at least week 1, we were able to see that, and this week, maybe last week.
We haven't seen it yet.
So we have still not seen a game 3 today. I feel like this is the one where it's shown up.
All right, well, teams are now ready for Clan Blitz. Game number 2. Let's jump into it, baby. All right, back to the Schellendorf Institute, one of my favorite maps. We have High Voltage in the purple again, and Renegades in the green once again. Zach, I'm seeing some really similar team comps. I think High Voltage, the only ones really swapping here, but Renegades taking pretty much, I think, every single same weapon as before.
Yeah, it looks like it, and maybe that's the best thing. Maybe that's the best way to go about this.
I mean, it gives me the idea that they're not necessarily strategizing for comps or for maps and modes. They're just playing what they're most comfortable on. So far, they do get 2 picks here, so maybe that's a good start for them to build up some pressure, build up some map ink, and get those clans that they need.
There it is. There it is. And it doesn't look like either team has a super clan quite. Oh, and right as I say that, great. I believe that's Renegades who has.
No, it's High Voltage.
High Voltage has.
And I believe it's probably the ink brush here, yes. We have Rose on the ink brush once again. Ivy, though, getting some kills, and Rose just running into the dead of the team with ink brush.
There it is. We're still both at a... Oh, but it looks like Bandito might grab that for the first time.
Yep. The other interesting thing that we didn't get to talk about is High Voltage playing earlier today. Perhaps the Renegades got to see their strategy for these maps and modes.
Yeah.
Maybe a slight advantage. They saw Rose on the ink brush do very well that first game, and they're like, okay, we need to focus down this ink brush, make sure they're not scoring these super clams in from the side.
And it looks like that super clam's ready to go out.
Rose
nice.
Goes up, goes down, gets it in. Navy's there to score more. JDC as well. Ashy's trying to paint up using that tri-slosher. Does get some kills. All the way to 47. I think they're out of clams though now. So I think that push is going to stop. That is a huge first push though.
Indeed.
Super clam already ready for them too.
Sheesh. 47 on 47 points on the board left. And a super clam ready to go. Bandito's probably going to try and take this kill here. Oh, but, whoa, beautiful dodge there. It doesn't matter, though. Goes down shortly after.
Actually coming on this tri-slosher, maybe that was his strategy. I don't feel confident on my controller. Pick a bucket and just kind of throw the paint everywhere.
Why not? Who needs aim when you play Splatoon?
JGC taking the baller for the team as well. Maybe could set up a play. They do have 22 clams. If they use this baller, they could do a super jump play. Maybe they want to find a pick first, though.
Something I noticed for JGC, I believe he is B ranked in Clam Blitz. Okay, the barrier is open.
Oh, right, a nice baller from JGC and Ashy as well. Going to get some kills. They could get a KO here. No one from Renegades is out there.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Huh?
That was a quick one. That was not what I was expecting.
Huh?
Oh my goodness. Wow, that changed very quick. Unexpectedly. High Voltage able to sweep Renegades. JGC B ranked, but he doesn't care. 9 splats on the day. 2 ballers to help his team set up those plays. Wilders Trougers, good games to both teams. High Voltage taking a 2-0 after not winning a single match so far. All of a sudden they just turn on their charm, I guess. But they went from 100 to 40 and all of a sudden to 0, just like that. 2 pushes back to back.
I think they just did they need the push? Did they need like for something to be on the line? And then
I think it was you yelling at them.
Maybe. I'll yell at you again if you need.
It's your disbelief.
If you need me to not believe in you again, $50. Yeah.
Well, tough game for the Renegades. You guys have had some good matches today. Just wasn't your day. Getting 0-2 there. What are you looking at for the Renegades to improve moving forward? They're in a tough spot now at 0-2. They really need to win 2 matches next week to get into the playoffs potentially. How are you feeling about them?
Renegades, I thought you played really well in that Splat Zones game. And honestly, it felt like you did a pretty good job there in that Clam Blitz game as well. And then just all of a sudden something happened. I'm not worried for you guys going into next week. I hope you're able to take at least one of those wins. But you really do need both those wins, I think, next week.
Yeah, and maybe they go back to putting in Paint Pat. I don't know why Paint Pat wasn't playing today. Player of the week last week. Maybe they sub him in again next week. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what that looks like. But, you know, I think Renegades, you still have a good chance. You still have 2 matches next week to try to get into playoff. High Voltage, though, congrats. JGC, sorry. Yes, you were a girl. I don't know if we called you a guy earlier. But JGC subbing and helping High Voltage get their first win. We're going to take a couple-minute break. We got 2 interviews for the price of 1 today coming right at you on our cooldown desk. We'll see you guys on the other side for some great talk about the league.